What's going on, YouTube? Pistol Pete here. As you can tell by the title, today I'm going to be talking about my 10 top rarest blades. So I have other blades too that are kind of hard to come by, but I think these are the top 10 kind of the hardest ones to find, you know. So when I say the rarest, most likely means that the company is no longer around. So the only places you can get these are either going to be auctions somewhere like what's it called? Arizona Custom Knife Works, I think they sell older blades, and then eBay, obviously. So that's why I say they're rare. Now I know these are rare to me, right? So all these, they come up now and then on eBay in certain places, but it's, you know, forums, knife forums and stuff, but they're pretty rare. They hardly ever do come up, and when they do come up, they come up for quite a bit of money. And a lot of these I lucked out and got pretty good deals on. Some of them I paid kind of a lot for, but you know, I just wanted to show you guys, like, which, you know, my opinion, rare collectors. I know I'm going to show some of these, and I'm going to get in the comment section. Oh, that's not that rare. My Uncle Billy has 3 of those. I get it. But for me, it's rare. So, and again, like I said, if you look on YouTube or on eBay right now, you'll find, if you're lucky, you'll find maybe 1 or 2 of these on there, and they're going to be for $500, $600, $700 probably. You know, they're going to increase the price like crazy. So let's get started. So, number 1, and these are in no particular order. These are all about, you know, about the same to me. I mean, some of them are more rare than others, but, you know, maybe I'll mention it as we go. But this one here, this one's not too rare, but this one here is the Schrade. The Schrade, the SCHF1 is that one. And look at this one. This one here is in mint condition, brand new out of the box. That's the thing too. That's the thing. All these are here are like in extraordinarily good condition for being rare. So that's another thing too, because I mean, you know, you could find, sometimes you could find even beat up, used, hard abused knives are still hard to find now and then, you know, on there. But mint condition is even harder. So all these here are going to be in brand new condition here, so it makes them even more rare. So this one here is the Schrade Survival, and what makes this one so badass, which is kind of cool, is it's actually, and this is all. I believe it's 1075 high carbon steel, but it's definitely a high carbon steel. It might be 1085, 1075, 10, right around there, you know, but it's a high carbon steel, all drop forged. So you can see here, there's no creases, nothing in there. This is all one piece, and then they machine it to a knife. So which is cool. That means there's no weak points. There's no breaking points, as far as like a lot of the hollow handle knives have either a bolt in here or some sort of like a screw or something holding the tang in there, so it makes it pretty weak and gives it a weak point. You know, these things can come loose and shake. This, there's no chance. This is all one piece, and which was kind of cool here when these did first come out. Of course, it's watertight, so it has like a seal. You can see there, like a little gasket. So it's watertight, so no water will get in here. But the original one came with screwdriver set and bits and things like that, and you could use it. I mean, it's pretty cool. It comes in handy, but a lot of people were complaining that, you know, what kind of survival you can do is maybe suburban survival, right? You know, if your car breaks down, you need a little socket wrench, you have it. But as far as if you're hiking or up in the woods, you know, you want more of like a ferro rod striker, matches, fishing hooks, needles, things like that in here. So they did make a kit. I'd like to find one. I can't find one, but maybe I'll have to buy a cheapy throwaway one and just take the kit out of it. But I want to get a kit for this, a survival kit. Or I might even just, you know, for the value, I might just keep it like this. I would never get rid of this. I'll keep it, but I was thinking just put it in here for store with a survival kit. I would like to find the original one a Schrade came out with, but they don't offer one anymore. I can't find it anywhere. And this knife is hard to find. You can find this again on eBay. If you do find them, they're anywhere from like $300 to $500. And these, when they first came out, were like around $45, $50. So if you can find them now, you're lucky to find them for around $300, $400, if that. You know, some people, you know, eBay, you could ask whatever you want. There's some people asking $600, $700 for this. They're never going to sell it, but pretty nice. Not too aggressive, but pretty nice stippling here. So it gives you a good grip. You know, round handles aren't the best. You know, you want something with more you know, more form, something that your hand can grip onto. But it's not too bad. Not too bad. All right, let's move on. Okay, so the next one I have to say, this one here is kind of a unique one right here. So this one I can't find. If you let me know if you guys know, leave it in the comment section below. I can't talk today. If you've seen this before anywhere, or you know anywhere online you could buy them, because I haven't seen them anywhere since I bought this 20 years ago at a gun show. I get asked all the time when I do shorts on this, or I've done videos on this one. I get asked all the time, where can you get that? Where can I buy that? Where do you? I don't know, because I got this at a gun show. And it does say made in China, but I've looked online all over. I couldn't find it anywhere. I know people have asking me, they can't find it anywhere, but it's pretty unique. That's why I'm showing it here. Big ass folder. And, you know, it's actually pretty damn nice construction too for, you know, being made in China. It's actually, the fit and finish is really nice actually on this super thick. I mean, this is probably 2 pounds, if not more. And I was hitting my ring. Because there's nothing in there loose. But you know, 2 pounds about solid, and this nice wood finish handles. Look at that, really nice handles. I mean, they did pretty good quality on this, pretty good quality. And look at this snap, watch. I mean, it locks into place. That ain't slipping. Look at the lockup on that. It goes all the way over, pretty much what, 90% lockup.
I exaggerated right here. It's probably around 45-50%, about halfway
liner
over.
Lock. You know, and it's solid. I mean, look how thick that blade is. Now, it calls out 440 steel on here, 440 steel. And this sucker, for being, and I get it, this is obviously for display, right? For show, something you keep in your hutch or on the couch. People go, what the hell? That's crazy. But I have to say, this is somewhat of a usable knife. I mean, it's made of 440 steel. It is freaking razor sharp. I mean, it's sharp. It'll slice through paper easy. Look at that. You can see that edge on there. I mean, the quality of this was surprisingly for what it is. I was surprised when I got this. Pretty damn good quality. I got 2 of them. I didn't bring them both out because I don't make this video 2 hours long. But it's awesome. So that's why I have it in the rare collection, because I have never seen another one like this anywhere at the stores. I've never seen them at, you know, I've gone to gun stores after that and haven't found them. Everywhere, yeah, online, on eBay. I haven't seen this. So that's why I added here to the rare collection here. All right, let's move on. So next, I'll have to go to my absolute favorite blade shapes. We'll go through, I'll do 3 in a row. We'll start with the smallest first. It has to be the Blackjacks. This one here is the Blackjack Anaconda 1. Now, I also have Blackjack Anaconda 3 and 2A, but I'm only going to show you 1 and 2 because the 3 and the 2A are the exact same as the 1 and 2. So, I mean, they're different blade metals, but I just did it for my collection because I like to have the whole series, the 1, 2, 3, and 2A. But they're identical. So, again, not to make this super long, I wanted just to show you the main 2. These are the main 2 here. Made of Oz-8 steel, just freaking badass. Look at that. A symbol there. Now, these are quality knives. These were high quality. These were made back in the 80s. Of course, Blackjack is no longer around. This was back then. Mike Stewart owned Blackjack. Now he's Bark River Knives, so that's why it has some of his flair there. Just awesome, just beautiful knife. Love it. I've been wanting these since I was a kid. You know, young. You know, this is late 80s, early 90s. These came out, so these are really rare. And again, mint condition, out of the box. Just beautiful knife. Now let's go to the big daddy here. So now we got the Blackjack Anaconda 2. This is the bigger one here. This one is just awesome. Look how beautiful that blade is. Look at that finish. Oz-8 steel, just like the other one. These are all razor sharp and all mint condition out of the box. Just freaking badass. I even like the rubber. On this one, I don't mind the rubber handle. It feels good. Nice, solid polymer style handle. Those rivets in there. Just freaking badass. I love it. Again, like I said, I saw this when I was a kid. Thought this was badass. This is actually the one I saw, not this little one, this bigger one. And like I said, I just couldn't afford it when I was younger. And then as I got older, I saw it on Chris from Prepared Mind 101. I saw it on his channel about 7-8 years ago. And I was like, man, he has one of those, man. That's awesome. And even on his channel, he was saying, I would never sell that. That thing is just, it's my baby. It's going to be in my collection. And then about a year ago, about 2 years ago, maybe, he on his, I saw him have a knife sale on his Facebook page. And I asked him about this one. He's all, message me if you want one. I saw this. I was like, hey, how much is that one? And he gave me a smoking deal. Smoking. If you could find these on eBay, a lot of times they'll be all scraped up and beat up and just all, you know, just trashed a little bit. Even that condition, you're talking $200 to $300. And in this condition, again, like $300 to $400. Some people, again, people are crazy. Some people have them up to like $600 to $700. I think there's a couple on there right now for this one for like $600, $700. But again, you could, if you wait and put this in your saved search, you could find this for around, like I said, around 300 to 350. You could find this one. Awesome. Okay, this one here is, next one is definitely a crowd pleaser. This one here, every time I do a short, people love it. And I know why, it's freaking badass. And this one here is Bark River Mountain Shining Buoy. Just absolutely beautiful. Look at this thing. Just gorgeous, dude. I mean, just badass. A2 steel. Yeah, everyone knows Bark River's heat treat. They're really good at what they do. Look at this nice elk antler handle. Just beautiful. Big ass pummel here. Just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful knife. And this, again, it goes back to the, and I hit up, and it goes back to the blade shape. Look at those. Very similar. I hit up Mike Stewart himself, the owner of both these companies. This one's out of business, and obviously this is his new company, Bark River. And he said they're different knives. I asked him, well, this looks like almost like the same or newer version of this one. And he said, no, they're different knives. They look similar, but they're different. So I don't know, you know, he's the main man, so I'm gonna go with what he says. But to me, they're very similar looking, very similar looking. Just a newer version is this one, obviously. Love it, absolutely love it. And again, I say this one's rare because they hardly ever do. The company's still around, Bark River, obviously, you know that. But they very rarely do drops. You know, every so many years they'll do a drop. And then with this handle here, it's very unique. So they don't do that many of them. And when they do, they sell out like that instantly. And these if you get them from when they drop them, they sell for about 350 bucks. And then again, eBay, you can find them now and then, but $700-800, you know, 600 bucks around there. So that's what I had to hear, because it is kind of rare. They do drops it seems like like the last time they did a drop, this was like 7 years ago. So it's not so often they do drops on these. So that's why that's here in the rare pile. Okay, let's go on to the next ones here. So the next one I have to say, they're pretty rare. Again, they come up on eBay. There's a few for sale now, super high price. I think they sell for like $300-400 bucks. I paid a lot less for them. I really lucked out, but look at this polish on this thing, dude. This has to be one of the most beautiful finishes I have on my knife collection. This is the Lindner Crocodile Hunter knife. And look at that handle. Nice bone handle, aluminum pummel, brass guard. Just, oh man, just beautiful, beautiful work. This whole thing, these intricate style liners, everything's all smooth and nice and tight. Nothing's loose in the whole blade. Just beautiful, beautiful. Definitely a showpiece knife. But this is a functional knife. I get a lot of hate on these too because, oh, stick tang. This is a reduced tang. I mean, it's still the same thickness as this. It just goes down to a slender, you know, a slender point, and it goes all the way down and screws on back there, and it screws, the blade, the thing ends right here, and then it has a little screw that comes out and it screws on here. But again, these, now mind you, you don't want to be batoning like a crazy fool with this thing because you will break it. But if you do just, you know, I see a lot of guys will hold it like that and do, you know, hacking or, you know, knife with it. It's a knife, right? So if you knife with the knife, you don't have any problems. You know, you do light work, tasks, you're not gonna have any issues. Okay, sorry, my phone ran out of storage, so I have to restart it here and go back to what I was saying. So yeah, if you're knifing with this knife, you're not gonna break it. It's a sturdy knife, it's quality, it's not cheap. This thing, you can just tell it's quality, you know, I mean, maybe cheaper Pakistani or cheap ass China shit, but this one here was made in Germany. They're not gonna break on you, man. These things are just tanks, they're solid knives. So let's move on from this one to the big one now. So look at this one. Woo, man, just beautiful. This one here is a 12-inch blade length. This one here has an awesome functional saw back there. Just absolutely beautiful. This one is a little more rare. You can find this now and then on eBay. Pretty damn cheap. I mean, pretty damn cheap. Opposite. Pretty damn expensive. Like around $500-600 bucks. You know, I mean, I think there's one person that has it for like $370 or $400 right around there. Sometimes they're not in this condition. They're used or beat up. But this one here, you know, I lucked out. Thank God. That's what I was gonna say. I got it pretty cheap. I got this because some guy I think was just trying to sell his collection of Lindner, and he asked, after I bought one off him for a pretty good price, he's like, I got 2 more if you're interested. And I was like, hey, if you can give me a good deal on it, I'll definitely take them off your hands. And he gave me a smoking deal, super cheap for the other 2. So I have this one, which is a 12-inch. I have the 10-inch, which is the Crocodile Hunter, and then I have the other version of this, which is a small 6-inch, I believe. So yeah, Lindner has to be in the rare pile since they are out of business. They went out of business a few years back, and these ones here are made in the 90s, and they're not making them anymore. So hard to find, hard to come by. Okay, next one here is definitely a fan favorite. This one here gets a lot of people love it, including myself. I love it. I think it's innovative. I know there was people complaining that it's not as best chopper as other blades, but I personally think it's still a cool, innovative design that needs to be in my collection, and that was I think it's just bitching. That is the BK1 Brute. This thing is just badass. Look at that. I love how they swedge it here and then make it like a hammer point for batoning. So you got that hammer point for batoning. Just an awesome angle, almost like a kukri. Wants to have that recurve and come down. Just, I think it's a good chopper. I mean, something like this is awesome. I saw this on Prepared Mind 101. He did a review on this, and he, used it. This one obviously in mint condition. I use this one. I have used a friend of mine though. He has one that's all beat up, and his actually even a little bit cockeyed from prying with it. But he beat the hell out of it, and he let me use it. I thought it chopped pretty good. It was pretty badass, but I just think it's awesome design. That was pretty cool to make it to have that swedge in there for that. And it looks cool. It just looks freaking bitchin'. Look at this thing. This is badass. So, and then of course this company, this is the Camillus that made this, the Brute, and they're out of business. They went out of business a long time ago. If you could find these, you can find these on eBay now and then. It's not super rare. They do come up every 5-6 months. They'll come up and you can find a pretty good quality one like this. Once in a while, most of them that come up are kind of beat up, or again, just jacked up ones. But if you find them in this quality, they run about 250 bucks. You can find them for. That's what they go and sell for. Like I said, I looked out and got this in freaking perfect condition. Got a good deal for it. I love the McCarty hat. Obviously, it doesn't come with these. It comes with the standard plastic style handles. They had the canvas Mikata, which are just awesome. Awesome handles. I love the Becker shape. That's why I like that. How the Becker handles feel. Fits the hand perfectly. Just awesome. All right, let's move on. Okay, last two here, I have to say, are definitely the rarest, in my opinion, out of my collection. Again, these do come up too now and then on eBay, but they come up for quite a bit of money, and they bid up through the roof. And it have to be my Spesnitz trench machete, and just awesome, just freaking awesome, dude. This thing, 1950s, so it's old school machete. And you can see here, it has the centimeter ruler on here being used. Awesome fuller, functional saw. This one here does have a degree for checking for degrees of angles of if you're going down a hill, or how tall a building is and things like that, how far away a hill is. Just cool features. Does have that hollow handle where it has inside here has all your matches and your fishing hooks and fishing line and needles and things like that in there. I don't pull it out, it's gonna take too long, but then it does have this little pick here. You can turn this around, make it like an ice pick, like for climbing up mountains. Like, if you think you could do that with this, I mean, I guess it was all innovative, right? All different types of things for this thing. But this here, they said there's a couple rumors, it's either for cutting grass or also for cutting bone, I guess for slashing like that through the grass. Here's for your hacking. Here's for your freaking digging. Just cool, innovative. I thought it was cool. This is the first type of plastic, 1950s. This is called Bakelite. It's the first type of plastic material they ever used. Of course, the handle's not ergonomic. It's too fat and square. But this piece of history, though, man. I mean, they have trial and error. In my opinion, it's still an awesome piece to add to my collection. There has a serial number right there, a stamping. This hole was supposedly for a keyhole for either taking off nuts, or another theory is you could put something in there and then throw this whole thing over a wall to climb a wall. Use this to climb a wall. I don't see that happening, but I suppose you could use it. This little hole here is to put your like a pin or some sort of like even a paper clip to leave it here to check your degrees, swing it here. And that one here is supposedly for straightening arrows or different any applications you could think of. I mean, people come up with stuff too. I don't know, but I just thought it was pretty cool, innovative. Thought it was awesome. These are rare. You can find them now and then on eBay. Like I said, they're going to cost you. It's going to cost you, and they're getting more and more rare, more scarce. I think there's one on eBay right now for like 780 bucks, something like that. So I'm not going to pay something like that, but not bad. Not bad. Just awesome old school knife. Just a piece of history that I'm thankful to own and have. And then my last one here, going off of that note with that Russian trench knife, is the newest version. And you guys seen this on my channel because I just got it recently. This one has to be, I'd say, even rarer than that, just because the maker of this, Winger Blades, he makes a lot of really high-end knives. I mean, he's a high-end knife maker. Just absolutely beautiful. Look at this thing. So this is his interpretation of that Russian trench knife, of that Spetsnaz trench knife. Winger Blades, and he knocked it out of the park. Look at this, dude. Canvas micarta handles, just contoured perfectly for the hand. Just, I mean, he took all that crap that they messed up on there. There's no need for that hollow handle crap, you know, inside here, because now, you know, you got on your sheath, you can attach all different types of things that have all that stuff that you had in the handle, you could have now on your sheath. Just beautiful. This one here, man, is made out of high carbon steel, a really high-end steel they use for high-end tools. This one I have to say is almost even rarer than that. I have never seen this blade. And again, when he did sell these, he doesn't make these anymore either. These are obsolete. This one that he just tried. He doesn't make them anymore. When he did have these, they went brand new for $780. And so that tells you right there. And then now if you try to find them on eBay, I lucked out. I got this on eBay. I lucked out because I think what turned people off is this one was beat to shit. This one was all scraped up, and someone even took a file to sharpen it. You can tell it has file scrapings all along the edge, and it was just trash. But I had my boy, my magician, Wyatt Hines, recondition it for me. And look, man, look what he did. He took it all down, resurfaced everything, and made this thing a freaking razor blade. This thing is so sharp now. And look at this. This thing looks brand new. It did have like a flat black anodized black coating on it. We removed all that, and then I put, actually, this is a bluing. I put gun bluing on it, and look at that. Look how freaking awesome that came out. Just came out badass. Someone commented, and I have to agree, said it looks like obsidian. Looks like it's made of obsidian, man. This stuff, volcano rock. Just freaking beautiful. Beautiful. And again, this is rare. I only seen this one that one time, and I haven't seen any other like this. And like I said, people that I think he only made a very limited run of these, you know, I mean, very limited. We're talking like maybe 50, 60 of these. And I guarantee the people that have them aren't going to be selling them. If they do, maybe once in a blue moon, you can put it on your search, and maybe it'll come up. I know other blades that came up from him that he has that people are buying, but like tracker style blades and axes. He does axes and tomahawks, things like that. But this one here is pretty damn rare. So that's one of my rare ones. Not saying it's rarer than any other, more rare than any other. I told you I can't talk today. Not saying it's more rare than any of the other knives that I showed today, but it's definitely up there as one of the rarest. Okay, so that's it, guys. That's it. You know, I hope you like my collection for what I think are my rarest blades that I have. I love them all. They're all awesome, man. All of them have a piece of history, and they all appeal to me. They all call to me as, you know, as being just awesome knives. You know, I love it. I love it. There's only a very, very few left now that I'm fortunate that I'm able to have a collection and able to find a lot of these blades that I've been looking for. My limit for grails, you'd say, or knives that are no longer available is very small now. There's only a very few that I'm looking for now. I pretty much have all the ones I've always wanted as a kid, you know, which is awesome. You know, so as far as collectors, there's going to be more knives I use for testing and actually using, ones that are still available. But as far as these collector ones, I'm fortunate to get them. All right, guys, please like, subscribe, share, and until next knife, gun, or whatever.